Folks, Nick here for Into Boxing, and I'm delighted for the very first time to be joined by Eddie Hearn. First of all, Eddie, how are you?
I'm very well, mate. How are you?
I'm not too bad, thank you. Well, it's never boring and never dull on a Derek Chisora fight week, is it? I mean, musical chairs. Didn't expect the head-to-head, though. I think that came out the blue.
I wasn't even there. I think Derek made his own head-to-head, and it's certainly lively. Let's make sure tomorrow we can pull them apart, because I think it's going to start getting heated now. It's a very, very important fight for both men, a lot on the line.
Fight number 45 for Derek Chisora of his professional career. Never in a dull fight, always brings it. Why Kubrat Pulev now for Derek?
It's because he wanted the biggest fight that was available. You know, we were going to fight Adam Kanaki. This fight was available, and it's a good fight. It's a rematch of a fight that's very important for both guys. Both guys towards the back end of their career, but want to be involved in big fights. Let them get in there, let them fight. Congratulations to both for taking it.
You talked there about Adam Kanaki was going to take the fight. What was the reasoning given to yourselves and the team that
people found out about the fight and wanted to interfere with the fight and ended up offering him something else and just couldn't get it made.
Obviously, you've got a stacked undercard as well this weekend. Just talk us through the undercard. You've got plenty of big names on there. Felix Cash, Fabio Wardley.
Yeah, great card. I mean, for me, Madrimov against Soro is just such a brilliant fight. The first fight was fantastic. Felix Cash in a good fight against Alexander, coming off a big win against Luis Arias. Fabio Wardley against Kingsley Abe, good fight as well. Kevin Ajarko against Macic, really good fight as well. Ramla Ali on the card, Solomon Dakers, packed card, and of course with a massive heavyweight main event.
Obviously, talk about the heavyweights there. Fabio Wardley, obviously, in a big fight. There has been talk about the Nathan Gorman fight. Is that one down the line?
That's been ordered by the board, so that fight will be next. Really good British heavyweight title fight that I think Fabio Wardley's ready for.
Solomon Dakers, obviously 3-0, hoping to go 4-0. Just how impressed have you been with Solomon? I know it's only a few fights, but how impressed have you been?
He's got a very vast amateur pedigree. He's a very, very good fighter. Still learning, but wants to move at a decent rate and a fast rate. And good to see him back after injury, and I think we're going to keep him nice and active now and move forward to 8s and 10 rounders.
Kevin Ajarko, you mentioned there as well, obviously down to super welterweight. I think it's his first fight at super welterweight. What was the thinking behind that?
I just think that, you know, to the eye he could make it, and we were right. And I think Kevin Ajarko is a tremendous talent, and I think he has a big future, and if he can use his physical attributes at 154 pounds, I think he's going to be a world champion. I think it's the perfect fight for him. Macic had a really good fight with Anthony Fowler. Let's see what Kevin can do against Macic, and I think this is going to be the start of a big run at 154 pounds.
How do you see the main event playing out Saturday night?
Derek's got to get inside, he's got to get close. I'd say it too loud because Kubrat's there, but you know, he's got to find a way to get inside him. Pulev's very good, stand-up European style, jab and grab. Don't get frustrated, Derek. Work the body on the inside, be rough on the inside as well, but it's going to be a tough night's work.
What happens for the winner and also for the loser?
The winner's going to go on to a big fight. You know, it's a big profile fight. The loser, I think, will probably have to jack it in.
Talking of carrying on the heavyweight scene, Joe Joyce obviously got the victory Saturday night. Seems that he's linked with every name on the sun. Dillian White's a name that obviously was linked with. Is that a fight again that could potentially happen?
Maybe. I mean, look, they've just got to pay up, you know, because they're not making the big fights for him. They're not making the big fights for Joe Joyce. Like Christian Hammer was, you know, he's like been round and round and round. But it's not that Joe doesn't want him. They're just going to have to pay the money because he's a tough fight for anyone. So see what happens. Anthony
Joshua, obviously big rematch with Alexander Usyk. Have you spoken to Anthony in the last few weeks or so?
He's ready. Yeah, everyone's talking about, oh, what happened at the presser, what happened this. Doesn't matter. You see what happens August 20th. I believe he's going to do it. He's got to get it right on the night. It's a tremendous fight, and everything's crossed for him.
Another one of your fighters, Conor Benn. I think social media blew up last night with a tweet that he put out there about a legacy. Is it Chris Eubank Jr. or is it another welterweight?
I mean, that fight is always going to be one of the biggest fights that could ever get made. It's not close. There's no final negotiations. The plan is to fight at 147 pounds, but we'll see what happens.
Is there any potential names at 147 for Conor?
I mean, that's the #1 fight that he'd like, and we'll see what happens.
Super. Well, Eddie Hearn, thank you very much for giving Into Boxing some of your time, and hopefully catch up with you fight week.
Thank you. Cheers.